Good afternoon, Marvel Rivals fans and newcomers to the channel. My name's Khyo, and today I'm here to tell you about more things revealed about Marvel Rivals Season 2. Since my last video, the devs have dropped a ton of exciting news, like the official reveal of Emma Frost and the Krakoa map, along with the new Battle Pass skins, and they've even dropped the full list of buffs and nerfs coming to this season. So let's jump into all of it. Starting with Emma Frost's gameplay reveal. In her footage, we finally see Emma's telepathic powers in action, with her normal attack being similar to Iron Man's Unibeam in that she fires some sort of psychic beam at her opponent. She was also shown to place down a red diamond anchor that seemed to focus her attacks into a cone, or maybe even buff them a little bit. Not entirely certain on that, but it can be broken. However, she was also shown to be able to place down a diamond shield that was strong enough to straight up block Iron Man's ult, so that poor suit of armor has yet another counter he needs to worry about. Emma was also shown to be able to enter her diamond form that then turned her normal projectile attacks into straight hands, with her throwing hands with Captain America and then straight up dominating him with a body slam attack followed up with a kick that can also be shown to fling people off of the map. Actually insane gameplay that didn't just end there, as her ult is literally her using Snow Bunny mind control to force everyone to fall off of the map, and it even went through CC passes, leading to the Thing to also take the plunge. Genuinely, I don't know how you're supposed to counter that. Today though, we were also shown Emma's release skin, which looks stunning, but I'm not really going to show it here on screen because YouTube already demonetized one of my shorts for it. However, I can show you some of the Krakoa map they gave us a look at that did give us a sneak peek at Professor Xavier through a statue of him. This makes me think that this will be the design they go with once he releases as a playable character in the future, so you will not be getting Professor Xavier in a wheelchair like I know so many people wanted. Overall though, Emma's character design, the new map, everything looks fantastic. Her gameplay looks fun as hell, she's thick as hell, and will definitely be dominating me and everyone next Friday. Now let's move over to the balance changes that are coming this season, as the devs released full patch notes for those last night. In simple terms, a bunch of buffs and nerfs are on the way to keep the game fair and fun. However, some of these are kind of wild, so let's get into them. Starting with the tanks. Captain America's durability is being toned down a smidge, his base health is dropping from 675 to 650, and his shield ability will absorb a bit less damage. Doctor Strange is having his offensive output reduced, with his daggers of Danak doing slightly less damage and his ultimate's damage conversion being lowered as well. Hulk, on the other hand, is actually getting some buffs. His base movement speed is being increased from 600 to 650, and his defensive cooldowns are being shortened so he'll be more agile when smashing. Thor is also seeing some buffs, with his health going from 525 to 600, and he will also be receiving a speed boost, which will improve his survivability. Now, the Thing did see a minor nerf, which I know some people will be happy to see because the Thing was kind of a problem this season, at least to me. His damage reduction team buff slightly decreased down from 30% to 25%. Now, moving over to the Duelist, we saw quite a few DPS heroes get adjustments to fine-tune their gameplay. Black Widow is getting a smoother combat flow. After she does her acrobatic kick or uses her ultimate, she can immediately start shooting without delay. This will make her feel more fluid and responsive, which is great for her. She needs all of the buffs she can get because she's in a horrible position as of right now. Now, Hawkeye is also improving. Drawing his bow won't slow him down as much. The movement penalty while charging is now reduced from 30% to 20%. His special arrow damage is also being increased, and his ultimate ability now costs less energy to use, down by about 600 points. So Hawkeye is now going to be even stronger. I don't think he needed a buff, but whatever. Now, Hela did get nerfed a little bit, as her astral flock was increased from 15 seconds to 12 seconds. However, her spell field damage was increased to 35 from 30. Soul Drainer's cooldown time was also decreased down to 10 seconds from 12. So she saw a slight buff, but also a slight nerf. I don't think this will change too much for Hela. Now, Human Torch, on the other hand, is going to be getting faster attack speed on his fireballs, and also a new twist added to his attack. Whenever he calls down his flaming meteor, he's instantly going to gain a burst of bonus health that decays after a few seconds. However, this has led to the cooldown being increased to 15 seconds from 12. Now, Iron Man, I think, probably got one of the best buffs on this list, because he's now going to have a smaller hitbox, meaning he's going to be harder to hit while he's flying around. I think this is going to be annoying and will cause a lot more people to play Iron Man. But that's not it, as now whenever he enters overdrive or whenever he does his overdrive with Hulk, he's going to gain 100 bonus health for a short period of time. Those two buffs are going to make Iron Man a lot more super annoying to deal with, so expect to see more Iron Man players this season. Iron Fist is also seeing some changes as he'll gain less bonus max health from his heal, but it will decay slower. His punch will now do more percentage damage to tanky enemies, so Iron Fist is a lot scarier to tanks now. Mr. Fantastic is also going to be getting buffed this season. Hopefully this allows people to start playing him because he sucked this season, but he's going to be seeing more base health going from 350 to 375, and his punch damage is now increased in both his normal and his inflated form. Plus, his stretchy abilities will now slow enemies, and his ultimate will give him bonus health when used. Moon Knight, for whatever reason, is also being touched again. He's getting faster projectile speed on his dart, a healing on-hit effect for his Moon Blade, a quicker hook pull, and a longer lasting ultimate with more projectiles raining down from the moon. I don't know why, but they keep buffing and then nerfing this man. Hopefully this time they don't need to touch him, but based on what I just read, I think he's going to be a problem again. Now, Scarlet Witch is also seeing a few changes. They said they're going to be reducing Wanda's survivability, but increasing her threat level against Strategist and Duelist while optimizing her ultimate ability release experience. They said they're removing Chaos Control's percentage damage while increasing fixed damage from 60 per second to 80 per second. And then they increased the burst projectile damage from 35 to 40 and spell field damage from 35 to 40 as well. They did increase the cooldown of Mystic Projection from 8 seconds to 10 seconds and reduced phase state time from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds. They also are reworking the slow effect of Reality Erasure to start at 1.5 seconds instead of starting immediately, with a linear increase to a 35% slow over 3.5 seconds. Star-Lord is also seeing a nerf to his barrage damage, as it'll now deal 75 damage per second instead of 80, with a new fall-off mechanic being added starting at 4 meters and falling off to 80% at 8 meters. Winter Soldier is also seeing a nerf, with his grappling hook cooldown being longer, going from 8 seconds to 12 seconds, and his ultimate doing less base damage, down from 100 to 80, and it now executes at 15% health instead of 20. So I think some people seeing those nerfs are going to be happy, because Bucky definitely needed some changes. Now, moving over to Wolverine, his rage increase from Savage Claw was changed from 7 to 10, while rage gain from Berserk Claw Strike was decreased from 7 to 5. His Pharaoh Leap was also decreased from 20 to 10, and Vicious Rampage from 20 to 15. However, rage gain from taking damage was increased from 3 to 5. They also reduced the time an enemy was knocked down after his last stand impact from 1 second to 0.75. But that's all for the Duelist, as now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the supports, starting with Adam Warlock. Adam will have to wait longer between casting his Soul Bond ability, as the cooldown went from 30 seconds to 40 seconds, and when he revives an ally, that ally now comes back with 30% of their max health instead of a flat 100 HP, which is better for tanks. Cloak and Dagger also got a technical fix to their ultimate, so the healing zones now expire all at once properly, making their ultimate a lot more consistent. Invisible Woman is getting a little bit of a tweak, with her shield being toned down from 300 strength to 250. Loki is also seeing a nerf, with a longer cooldown on his regeneration domain area, 25 seconds to 30 seconds, meaning he can't spam his healing decoy as often now. Lastly, Rocket Raccoon has seen a mix of changes. His little healing drone orbs heal for less per second than before, but now give an upfront burst heal to allies when they're hit. Rocket's mobility has also been curbed. His jetpack dash cooldown is extended from 6 seconds to 10 seconds, and the distance shortened, so you won't see him zooming around quite as incessantly. He also saw a change to his ultimate link up damage being reduced from 40% to 25%, but it now grants linked allies some bonus health each second while active. So Rocket will require a bit more careful play and offer more team support rather than just pure damage. And that's all of the news on buffs and nerfs we had for today. We did also get shown the new battle pass, so here's the quick overview of that. It has 10 new skins and will be available on April 11. So what are you looking forward to the most this season? Emma, the battle pass, Krakoa, or the buffs and nerfs? Please let me know down in the comments, as that's all the news on season 2 we have for today. Please make sure you subscribe to stay updated on all things Marvel Rivals and other gaming related content as well. Also, if you would like to try out some gamer subs or need to stock up on flavors, please make sure to use my code Khyo at checkout or click the link in the description. Okay, bye now.